Brazil. 5 World Cup titles. More than any nation on earth. In 1958, a 17-year-old named Pelé announced himself to the world in Sweden, scoring 6 goals and becoming the youngest player ever to win a World Cup. For years later, they did it again in Chile. In 1970, perhaps the greatest team ever assembled lifted the trophy in Mexico. Pelé, Jairzinho, Rivellino. So dominant was that team that FIFA awarded Brazil the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently. Then came 1994 in the United States. Romario, Bebeto, the iconic cradle celebration after every goal. And finally, 2002 in Japan and South Korea. Ronaldo, who had suffered a mysterious seizure the night before the 1998 final, came back 4 years later, scored twice against Germany in the final, and cemented his legend forever. That was 24 years ago, and Brazil hasn't won since. 2006, Germany. Brazil arrived with Ronaldinho, Kaká, Ronaldo, Adriano. A golden generation, a squad that looked unbeatable on paper. They fell to France in the quarterfinals. Zidane completely dismantled them. 2010, South Africa. Robinho, Kaká Maicon. Another tournament, another quarterfinal. The Netherlands ended their dream. 2 consecutive quarterfinal exits for the 5-time champions. Then came 2014, Brazil's home World Cup. The nation had waited 64 years to host the tournament again. The Maracana, the yellow jerseys, the roar of 200 million people behind them. It was supposed to be destiny. July 8, 2014. Belo Horizonte, Estádio Mineiro. Brazil versus Germany. Semi-final. Without the injured Neymar and the suspended captain Thiago Silva, Brazil collapsed completely. Within just 29 minutes, Germany had scored 4 goals. The final scoreline read 7-1. The worst defeat in Brazilian World Cup history. Brazilian fans in the stadium wept openly. Images of grown men and women with tears streaming down their faces went around the world. They called it the Mineirazo, a reference to the Maracanazo of 1950, when Uruguay had shocked Brazil on home soil. 2 national traumas. 6 decades apart. 2018, Rússia. Neymar, Coutinho, Gabriel Jesus. Eliminated by Belgium. 2-1 in the quarterfinals. 2022, Qatar. Neymar scored. Vinicius Jr dazzled. Croatia eliminated them on penalties in the quarterfinals. 5 consecutive knockout exits. The greatest football nation on earth has not reached a World Cup final since 2002. Now, it is 2026. The World Cup is in North America, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Brazil arrives with Vinicius Jr, one of the most dangerous attackers on the planet. Rodrigo, Endrick, Rafinha. A new generation. Young, hungry, desperate to end the longest drought in Brazilian football history. The question was never whether Brazil has the talent. They always have the talent. The question is whether this generation can carry the weight of 5 gold stars on their chest. The pressure of being Brazil, the expectation of a nation of 215 million people who believe, with every fiber of their being, that football belongs to them. 24 years. 5 tournament exits before the final. One historic catastrophe that shook the world. Can Brazil finally break the curse? Or will 2026 add another chapter to the most painful story in football?